Hi, Martin Bödecker here from findfocus.net, and welcome to the next part of the free traffic cache machine. Today, I'm going to do things a little bit differently because I'm streaming this live right now to my Facebook profile and will later publish this video on YouTube and on my website as well if you join the free traffic cache machine. To give you a little bit of background, last year I hosted the Pareto Summit and asked the question, can you still build an online business in an oversaturated, overcrowded digital marketing market? And that's where I interviewed people like AJ Roberts, John Lee Dumas, Blake Nubar, Jim Edwards, and a lot of people you might recognize, or at least some faces you might recognize if you are a friend of me, a friend of mine here on Facebook or on YouTube, or if you follow what I'm doing online. Right now, I'm working on a site or on a new type of funnel, which is called the free traffic cache machine. And you can actually sign up for this if you go to freetrafficfunnel.com. And this is basically where I will introduce you into everything that I'm doing. So this is where you can get all the information if you're not familiar with this right now. Today, I want to talk about something different, and especially 3 mistakes that I see new people are making, especially if they want to drive traffic to their online business. A lot of people get confused between the difference between free traffic and paid traffic, and I personally could never make the paid traffic model work. I was scared of spending money, so I rather create a lot of great content as I do on my blog right now, and now also on YouTube and on Facebook. So, but a mistake that I see a lot of people make when they get started is they are completely overwhelmed with all the different strategies. So I highly recommend, and this is my first tip here, is you have to know your outcome. So that means you have to know exactly who you are targeting. You have to work out your customer avatar. And of course, you have to know what kind of work or what kind of business you want to make, because especially like with free traffic and paid traffic, there's so many different strategies that you could try. It's really hard to keep track of all of them. And what I learned during the Pareto Summit, and that's why I called it the Pareto Summit, is the power of the 80-20 principle, or the Pareto principle. Because if you want to succeed online, you really have to dominate your niche, because the only people who succeed are the ones who are the best. So if you want to build your online business, and especially if you're new, you have to say with confidence, I'm the best in this specific niche, and I'm the best to help this specific type of customer. And if you believe that, then you can charge high prices. And then the next step is you have to make a decision, because there's so many opportunities. You see all the great people like Russell Brunson executing stuff, but what most solopreneurs do not realize is that they have a huge team behind this. They have processes built out. So if you're starting alone, you have to make a decision on which channel you want to focus, and then put all your efforts into it. This does not mean you cannot repurpose your content on Facebook, as I'm doing right now, and then put it on YouTube and promote this via your email list. These are things that you can and that you should do, but you really have to focus and master one traffic channel first, and the other ones, publish it. But if you do not have the time to do this full time, or if you are still working in a job, then really focus on one thing and one customer to get things results. And one framework that I really like that will help you to make this decision is to ask yourself three different questions. So the first one is, what's the best thing that you can what's the best thing that could happen if you really focus on this one strategy? And then also ask yourself, what's the worst thing that could happen if you focus on this one strategy? For example, if you compare free traffic versus paid traffic, it's like, what's the worst thing that could happen if you apply a paid traffic strategy? Then in the worst case, you could spend like $1,000, $2,000 on a traffic strategy, and it does not work. You just get some data, and you lost $2,000. Or in the worst case, if you really mess up and you get some of the settings right, like, you could probably use a lot more money without getting any results at all. And what's the best thing that could happen? Yeah, probably, yeah, of course, you get data really, really fast, and you discover that your funnel is working, and you scale it really fast and make a lot of money, yeah, really fast. And what's the most likely thing that's going to happen? That's the third question that I always ask is, yeah, if you apply a paid strategy, most likely you will spend a lot of money up front, get some data, and maybe after spending $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, you will get enough data to see if your strategy really works. However, if you ask the same questions about free traffic strategies, then the worst thing that could happen is basically you put yourself out there to the market, and nobody is paying attention to you. But you still get the learning experience, and that's basically the worst thing that can happen. So that means there's absolutely no downside to trying free traffic strategies. And the best thing that could happen, like one of your videos can still go viral. You can hit the jackpot. One of your Instagram posts, or like whatever strategy you use, can go viral. For example, when I used this on Quora and I started to answer questions on Quora, one of my answers got viral. I got more than 1 million visitors to one Quora post, and this brought me like 25,000 visitors to my website and my first 1,000 email subscribers with just a little small post on Quora. So this is what I really like about the free traffic strategies. And what's the most likely thing that could happen is this will take time. You will have to put a lot of effort and energy into this, but you will refine your processes and you will get better over time. I always compare online marketing as studying a new language, learning a new language. And in the beginning, it sucks, especially if you're not used to the technology, if you do not know a lot about marketing. But that's also why I created the free traffic cash machine, where I basically teach you all of this. And the last step that I want to mention is, in the beginning, you really want to keep it simple and market it fast. So that's the reason why I decided to broadcast this video live to you, to Facebook, and then I will upload it to YouTube to really make progress fast. And I do not make it complicated. I will also send an email to my email list letting them know about this video, and then I'm done. And then as you will see me do in the next couple of days, or if you join the free traffic cash machine, then you'll see me execute really fast, because I see a lot of people who just get hung up in all the technology. They just buy a new software and then they do not use it. And I've been guilty with this like all the time. And that's why with this course, it's completely different. So if you like this, definitely sign up at freetrafficfunnel.com. That's the domain I just bought for this experiment, and see me execute how I implement the strategy. And what I really like best about this is that I utilize the power of different channels, and especially optimize this for search engine optimization. So and what I really like about the strategy that I'm teaching there is that it's super easy to execute. You just need to have a video camera and a microphone, and that's basically everything that you need to get started, and a really, really simple website website builder with some email optimization tool. I show you how to set all of this up in the free traffic cash machine. So if you like this, or if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments, and talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day and stay safe.